And since I started at ISC2, I've kind of had a little bit of an identity crisis. When Lori introduced me for the first time on a conference call to the regional teams, I think she thought I was her neighbor back from home in North Carolina. So she said my name was Tony Martinez, which was, I hope she'd be here to see that. Amanda and Christina think that I'm some sort of aristocrat, so they call me Tony Martinez. And it's been a pleasure to meet, all the regional teams, and this Faisal thinks I'm some bloke from London, and Tony Martinez. So anyhow, on a more serious note, as Elise mentioned, I was brought on board end of October to enhance our channel, which is critical to our business model. And just to touch briefly on what the background of our current affiliate program. So before I continue, does anyone know how many affiliates we have now?
35.
Doesn't count, Lord. Yes, 103 affiliates, which it's amazing. They're all around the world, and they're our lifeline in many senses, and in more ways than one, they are our face to potential candidates, to our members at a global level, and it allows us to reach parts of the world that we couldn't on our own. So it's absolutely critical that we support them the way they should. So from a corporate standpoint and a bandwidth issue, we've had limited marketing support, a little bit of limited communications regarding product updates to learning tools, updates to the domains, and then looking through the different affiliates, there's a little bit of lack of consistency in ISC2 messaging. So this is as critical as anything else. They need to accurately represent who we are, what our certifications are, what our training products are, and truly convey our mission and our vision that David touched upon earlier. So moving ahead, one of the things that we changed from the get-go was the term affiliate, and we moved to the term official training provider. From many standpoints it's beneficial, but it truly represents what they are. They are official partners of ours that we have vetted, and they provide our official training. No other company out there can claim to say that. So it's a big statement. It has to be taken seriously, and we hope that when they speak to candidates, that they convey that accurately and can make that difference by being that provider. So very high level objectives. We want to create a recognizable brand that increases mindshare among our providers. A lot of our providers do other training as well, and we really need to get to a place where they're thinking ISC2 all the time, and not only CISSP, our other certifications. They understand who we are, they understand where we're coming from, what our goals are, so we have to have aligned goals with them. And they need to learn how to speak to our products. We want to augment the marketing support, sales, training. We want to make sure that they're trained and understand what it is that we offer. And then the product support. They need to be the first ones before any other competitor to know what the updates are, what's getting out there. So we also want to create the benchmark for ISC2 verbiage and graphics. As much as it's important that they communicate what it is, who it is that we are, but they also need to do it consistently and make sure that they're not being there's no false claims or they don't say something that they shouldn't. And then really actively engage every provider and establishing an ongoing ISC2 related marketing activities and goals. So getting with them proactively, letting them know that we're a resource to them, and they understand that, and they come to us and we come to them with ongoing goals and objectives to grow the ISC2 brand. So one of the things that we're doing in the big project, and it's already been mentioned before over by Kim, is the official training provider portal. And essentially it's a web-based resource center that every training provider is going to be able to log in and have access, instant access to ISC2 news, to product updates, to marketing and sales collateral. They're also going to learn about any promotions and incentives that we can push out, that we decide to push out. It's all, from a marketing standpoint, it's all going to be campaign driven. And this is important. We want the official training providers to be a brand of their own under the ISC2 umbrella. And I'll show you in the next slide a little bit. But we also want to create a sense of community. And right now we have a section for partner highlights, provider highlights, where we can show some of the successes that some of the bigger partners are doing and are being successful at. So to show them that there is a way to accurately convey what ISC2 is and to get that point across. So that's the before badge. One of the first things that we did was work on a new badge. It was more web friendly and was more with the times. So we have the before and the after. The badges, it's aligned with what ISC2 is, with their colors, with their fonts. It's more clean cut, it's web friendly, it can go on email signatures, it can go on sidebars. You have to, it was very important that we looked at this design from a contextual standpoint, understanding where this badge is going to be leveraged. So, and really what it boils down, I was thinking of what it means to be a training provider, and what it boils down to is, they're providing the training that people need, that you need, and they're the provider that you can trust. So we have vetted them. You can trust that you're going to get good training through them, through our affiliation with them. So this is I wish I could have shown you a live demo, but right now we're still in development. So this is a very alpha OTP portal screenshot, so ignore a little bit what the graphics are right now and try to look at the bones. So this is exactly what I was referring to before. We have the news section, we have a product update section, we have a start selling and generate leads. So generate leads would be where all the marketing assets are. Start selling is where all the product data sheets are. Sheets that these providers can maybe print out and have directly on their table, and while they're on the phone they can quickly reference whatever certification is, what the domains are, what our learning tools are, and have that, grow that mind share, which is critical when you're on the phone. A couple things to highlight here. At the top left, we have the homepage link, and then we have the landing pages link. So one thing that I have to some landing pages based on the needs, it's very exciting that we have this functionality. So very briefly, some of our ongoing operational activities. Not only am I working with the regions, I'm working with with other channels such as Glenn on the business side, on the corporate side, with Steve on the military and government side. So that's also the scope of what we're doing, providing some custom work for them and growing their channels. And moving right along. Some other upcoming initiatives, we're looking forward to revamping the OTP awards and recognizing the effort of our providers in a public way. An ISC2 onboarding platform, so train the provider program to make sure that they are trained and they understand how to sell our products and understand what it is that we do. And something very exciting that I've already initiated with the help of the task force is ISC2 Trust badges. So these are, at a very high level, badges that our members are going to be able to leverage through their email and their e-resumes on their websites that link back to our website and provide verification of the certification. So on one end, it provides a link-back strategy to us, but more importantly to the members, it provides that added value of, hey, I am a recognized CISSP. Instead of just writing the acronym on the email signature, you now have a clickable link that can take a potential employer, for example, to our website. You're verified as CSSLB, for example, and it provides that added value in community and recognition. So that being said, these are all really, exciting ideas, but if we're not down with official training providers, there's no use. And Ford, are you down with OTP?
I'm down with OTP.
Is everybody down with OTP? People in the back? Everybody! Running man. Who's down with OTP? OTP! You're down with OTP?